You are looking at the type of power that experiences heat, fission, fusion, waste, and electricity. It is also non-renewable. That's right, it's nuclear power by Nate, Asher, and Morgan.
Nuclear power plant is a source of power that runs on nuclear materials, usually consisting of uranium. It's a fairly used often material, but is non-renewable for use, giving us a limited amount of it. It will still last a long time though. Nuclear power plant works by burning this uranium, shown here, and then splits atoms and gives us energy. This diagram shows this. Water goes in through this pipe and is condensed in this container right here. It is then funneled up into here in the nuclear reactor, where the fire, which is powered by nuclear, heats this water. This water turns into steam, flows up through a tube, and spins a turbine. This turbine therefore spins a generator right here and creates electricity. This electricity flows into high voltage lines up over here into a lower voltage line and into our homes. But how do we distribute the waste? Nuclear waste can range from gloves, suits, and other things that have been used in highly radioactive areas to extremely radioactive rocks that are harmful to people. In solution to this, we store this waste in these bins in low populated areas, both above ground and below, such as underneath mountains or in a desert, which is where people are not too common. These barrels of waste are sealed and cooled to have the less chance of catching fire or another unfortunate event. This method of distribution may be questionable, but is safe for now with very little danger.
But where in the world is this energy used? The answer to that is in the U.S. There are 30 out of the 50 states that use nuclear power. In the U.S., there are 99 reactors and 61 commercially operating nuclear power plants. The United States produces about 30% of the nuclear power worldwide, but that is nothing compared to France. France, it produces about 75.2% of the nuclear power in the world. That's a lot. Places are limited when it comes to picking a spot for nuclear power plants. The best place to choose is a place near a body of water, like a lake or a river. But the place also has to have nuclear power not banned. But most likely, rural and urban landscapes work best with lots of open space.
Some of the benefits to nuclear power compared to coal is coal has all this toxic gas that's not good for the environment and contains a lot of CO2. And nuclear has non-toxic, greenhouse gas-free emissions. And a pellet the size of your fingertip of uranium used in nuclear power can make as much as 150 pounds of oil can make. And I think the uranium's going to last for a while if that's the case. And then, the problem with nuclear, the downside, is that all the waste can go underground or in mountains. And that does make it susceptible and vulnerable to terrorists because it's the same kind of material that you use in a nuke. And if they get their hands on that, Korea's not going to be the only nuke threat we have.